but what together we can do for the freedom of man.
Wednesday, March 26, 2025. The Supreme Court upholds Biden's regulation on ghost gun kits on Wednesday. Ghost guns, as they become to be known, are kits that you can easily obtain online that obtain all the parts needed to assemble your own firearm. The ruling on Wednesday was a majority 7-2 as Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote the majority opinion of the court had no trouble rejecting the arguments made by the challengers. The regulation was issued originally by the ATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosive. The regulation has been in place since August of 2022, so this is nothing new but just now being upheld by the Supreme Court. What could this decision lead to as far as gun rights go? What kind of change can we be expected down the line? Wednesday also marks the Federal Appeals Court maintaining its temporary block on Trump's use of the Alien Enemies Act for deportations. Judge James Boasberg was at the center of this when on March 15th he made an order blocking Trump's use of the Wartime Act. The Trump administration is expected to appeal this ruling to the Supreme Court. The Trump administration has fought back, saying, in quote, that the district court's orders threatens irreparable harm to the delicate negotiations with foreign powers on matters concerning national security, end quote. Could this make it all the way to the Supreme Court? Is this an issue that the court would take even? Only time will tell, but most importantly, what will Trump do in the meantime as his rights for deportation had been revoked? Trump also comes out on Wednesday saying that he would be honored to see NPR and PBS have its funding revoked and no longer be around. Trump would state the reasoning for this is that they are very biased, and quite frankly, there's many other stations around that have plenty of coverage that could fill the void of PBS and NPR. The CEOs of both organizations are planning to testify, saying their programming should continue to receive funding and stay on the air. Currently, NPR receives less than 1% of its funding from the federal government, while PBS reportedly receives 16% from the government. Most importantly, with Doge on Trump's mind, it seems like these two stations are the next in line to receive yanking of their funding. Trump would further go on saying, quote, they spend more money than any other network of its type ever conceived. Where would, if anywhere, Trump allocate the funds that currently go to these two media outlets? Wednesday also marks U.S. officials beginning trade talks in Delhi as tariff deadlines near. India and the United States have begun trade talks that will last until Saturday. The U.S. Embassy released a statement saying, quote, this visit reflects the United States' continued commitment to advancing a productive and balanced trade relationship with India. President Trump has an April 2nd deadline to impose certain reciprocal tariffs on many nations across the world, including India. Notably, the U.S. was India's biggest trading partner until just recently, with the trades amounting to over $190 billion. Also of note, India's average tariffs are about at 12%, while the U.S. is about 2%. What will be the result of these talks about tariffs? Trump, of course, has been very talkative about tariffs in North America, but will that carry over to other nations as well? Only time will tell what will happen in this situation, and most importantly, how it will affect the stock market and economy overall. This has been Wednesday, March 26, 2025, and this is the Continental. Make sure you subscribe to all of our social media channels as well as subscribe to the YouTube down below to catch daily updates on all the most pertinent news of the day. Until then, take care. We'll see you tomorrow.